Hello Floss, my name is Tamara. Welcome to my channel Tamara Cross Stitch. In today's video you won't see any finishes, any finished projects, and why it is so strange for me because due to the fact that I'm stitching a lot of small projects, I don't stitch like large projects. I used to finish some of them quickly, and usually every video I'm showing at least one ready finished project. Not this time, and I had a lot of time like to finish them, but there was the Easter holiday. I was a bit ill, my child was a bit ill, then we had an Easter trip, a small Easter trip. So I wanted to stitch, but I didn't have physically, I didn't have the time to stitch. So I kind of had stitchless or some stitchless weeks, or I just took a breath out of stitching. So today I'm going to show you what I have stitched so far, and I really hope that in the next video I'm going to show you at least one finished design. Let me start with Jasna's design Cloverly Bunny Bungalow. This would be, as I used to say, the fourth house by Jasna, and the fourth I am stitching, and it would be the last I have. It would be the last which was ever, how would I say correctly? When I finish this one, I would have stitched and finished all the four houses which Jasna has ever launched. Yes, this would be the correct way of saying it. Okay, for those who stitched at least one design like this, you know that this is not easy work and this is not quick work. That's why. What I have so far, I started like stitching the house, because the house you stitch like a cube, you know, like the usual way you stitch the cube. I started with the house and I stitched it, not as quick as I wanted, but still I stitched it, and even there is like back stitch here, you see, everything, and the edges are like with fray check, that's why you don't see any phrase here. I just did everything, and here everything is, so this one is ready to be kind of like made into a house, you know, into a cube and finished. When I finished this one, logically it would have been to start stitching the roof, you know, but I was kind of tired of this one, and I said, okay, let me stitch the bunny, because bunny is small and it's going to be stitched quickly. I stitched the bunny. Bunny is small, but it's full of stitches, back stitches, beads, you see everything. So the bunny was not like super quick stitch, so I needed a bit of time to do it, but I did it. I stitched the bunny, and you know, while stitching the bunny, I was thinking, what if I'm going to change the button, rose button, which the bunny is supposed to hold? So in the kit, in the embellishment pack, there is such a button, yes, rose button. And I was thinking, what if I'm going to replace it with a carrot? But it should be a really small and nice carrot, you know? Where to find one like this? And of course the answer came quickly, immediately. The dollhouse items, you know, like if you look at for example, carrots for dollhouse, and I saw they had like the measurements, and I realized that it's going to be okay, and I ordered, and voila, yeah, my bunny is with a carrot, not a button of rose, and I'm happy. And the tail is like this. This is the button on the bottom. I showed you lots of time. I have even a tutorial how to do such things. And the whiskers. And as far as I know, this would be the only bunny of this form. So not a mouse, but a bunny. So I finished the bunny. By the way, this is how the carrots look like. I was thinking even like attaching one of the carrots somewhere here in the house. I'll see where it's going to fit because I like them very much. They're super cute. So when I finished the bunny, because I had all the materials with me, that's when I did like the freight check, the everything here, so that this one would be ready. I would like do this one, but the thing is that you don't do it until you have the roof, because I already finished 4 of them, and yes, it's true. So you have to have the roof, the roof triangles, because you are attaching them first. You are attaching them like here, and then you are doing the cube. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to attach them. So that's why I have to stitch the triangles. In the beginning, I was like, oh, this one is going to be easy because it has just only these elements and that's it. But then when I looked, oh no, it has some elements, some other elements it has here. So I have to stitch like these 4 parts, then make them kind of like fold them, attach the felt, and here it needs to be like the ribbons. I don't know why they're not here, like the ribbons. The ribbons should be here, and yeah. So I decided that this is going to be the next finish. That's why I'm going to like spend all my stitching time on this one, meaning like to finish stitching the roof and like putting it together so that I would have a finish. For this one, by the way, you would need 3 types of fabric. Yes. For the bunny, you need Vintage Country Mocha by Zweigart, 32nd count. And strangely, but this is just the only one which is according to the key. Because when I started stitching this one, I realized I don't have Morris Blue, which is used for the house. Morris Blue by Wix Dye Works. And I didn't see it in stock in the shop I used to buy my supplies. And I just took Belfast Ice Blue. Yes, this one is not so active, that one should be darker, like the Morris Blue, but I'm happy with what I have, so I don't regret it. I like it, how it looks like on this one. And the roof, it should be stitched on Platinum, also by Wix Dye Works. And here is my mistake, because I saw Platinum, but I didn't look carefully to see that it's a Platinum, not by Zweigart. And I looked, oh, Platinum, yeah, I have this color, I have this fabric by Zweigart. And yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, because I am happy that I used everything Zweigart, and I know that everything is going to be okay, because you probably know, for those who stitched at least once these things, that you need to have the same, it would be a very good idea to have the same brand of fabric, because of the dye, because of different things, the fabrics are coming a bit bigger or a bit smaller. So here you need like exact size, because you're going to attach these ones together. Okay, so the fabrics, the threads, look how beautiful is the thread palette. By the way, I realized that I love very much this way of organizing my threads. In the projects where I have DMC. That's why I ordered 2 more, not like this, the form. One is in the form of a butterfly and the other one is square, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, I hope it's going to be enough, because there are times when I don't have only one parallelly or in the same time project with DMC. For example, now I have 2. So this one, this way of putting the bobbins or thread cards is better when it's DMC. If I'm doing it, if I'm stitching something from a kit, I don't need it. I don't feel that I don't need it, at least. That's why this one goes okay. So I have also the Shalimar chatelaine design, and also is with DMC threads, and I just feel that for that one I also need such a thing. It's much easier for me to find the thread and like the bobbin with the thread I need, and do the project. So this is what I have with Just Nan's Cloverleaf Bunny Bungalow. And the next design I wanted to show you, this is Shalimar Perfume by Chatelaine, and this one is stitched very little. Sorry, I'm just showing you in the like a frame, as I used to to work on it, so I didn't want to take it out. I started stitching the design from the center. The center is somewhere here it was, and as probably you could understand, I just don't have like a preview. I can only insert a photo. What I have here is actually you see this thing, and I have to fill it in with gold metallic thread. I know for sure that it's going to be Rainbow Gallery, but I didn't decide yet which one is going to be PB1, PB2, PB3 because they all come in gold, but it's different shades of gold. So because in the key they indicate another gold, which I don't know if it still exists. Okay, and yeah, the thing is that I looked into the chart and I saw that it's 8,000 and the width of cross stitches, and I said, okay, if I'm going to stitch it very quickly, as I used to stitch sometimes like very prolifically during a day, I can stitch like 1,000 stitches a day, and in like 8 days, 9 days, this one is going to be ready. So well, I will need like a week and a bit if I'm going to stitch only this design, and I'm going to finish it. And I was kind of, so like feeling brave. And I started stitching it, and I remembered that I am very, very bad on stitching on dark fabrics. You probably noticed that I'm stitching on colored fabrics, but not dark, not like black, dark navy blue, things like this. I don't stitch because I am I am very bad at stitching on them. And I stitch this kind of fabrics well, not quick, but well, without like making mistakes, only at when I use the daylight. So at daytime. And I started stitching this one, and this is a one stitching day, a few hours, like few hours, not a lot. And I stitched here 300 stitches, 320 if I'm not wrong. And I consider it a good stitch, and I just realized that if I'm going to stitch like 300, 500 stitches every day, this is going to be a good result. And the idea of stitching it during 9 days already like flew away from my head, because I just told myself that this one is going to be stitched, as I said, during the day at daylight, and I'll do my best to have at least 300 every day, 300 when I'll have like a stitch, but if I'll have 500 or 600, it's going to be even better. So it will take as much as it will take, and yeah. So I'm not going to show you this one every 300 stitches I'm going to make. Of course, I'm going to make a couple of even 3,000, and when I'm going to have a logical continuation, I'm going to show it to you. And the next one I wanted to show you, this is the Embroideress, the Stitching Little Girl by Luca S. I am filming like this because this one is on a frame, and I'm going to keep it on this frame until I'm going to finish it. This one is being stitched on Aida, and it's being stitched slowly. Yes. That can be two reasons why it's stitched slowly. Maybe because I'm not stitching with my stitching app, and the one again, but when you stitch according to the instructions, I mean like a chart, paper chart, it can be easy if there wouldn't be so many colors of threads, and the thread wouldn't change so often. For example, in the ribbon she has in her hair, I changed, I don't remember, 8 or 9 colors. Yes, and there are a lot of them which come like just 3 stitches, 2 stitches. This kind of thing. So I started from the center, and then it was possible to go up. I stitched her head, her hair, one of her hands, I mean the one which is holding the thread, you see here. And I started like continued stitching the one which is holding the hoops, the embroidering hoops, and this is what I'm working on at this time. Then I'm going to continue with the dress going down, and after that I will be able to start doing the back stitch, because so far I cannot take at least one color of back stitch, but there are like 7 of them if I'm not wrong, and do it like all of it. And when I'm going to finish like the a part of the dress, I'll be able to stitch everything which is connected with her hands and her head, if I'm not wrong. So yes, and I'm intending this one to become my main project after finishing the Bunny's House by Just Nan. So I'm going to deal with that one, and then the most of my stitching time is going to be dedicated to this little girl, to finish her soon because I'm intending to have a new project. Yes, you'll see about this later in this video. And in the end, I'm going to show you a new project. Yes, I know that I haven't shown you anything ready finished in this video, but nevertheless I am kind of very eager to start this project. This is a newly released design by Heritage Craft from the Crafts from the Elegance series by John Clayton. And this is another stitching lady, beautiful stitching lady. This is Elizabeth. Probably those who are interested in these designs know that last year it was released Annabelle, the beautiful stitching lady Annabelle. And it was a real, how they say, boom. I don't know how a lot of stitchers bought it, stitched it, put it in their stash. So I know that it was a very popular design. Probably John Clayton noticed that the stitchers liked lady stitching. That's why this year he released a new lady stitching. This time is Elizabeth. And when I saw this design, I said that I have to buy it. I bought it, and when I received it, I said that I have to start stitching it. I am going to start stitching it. You know, I kind of think that they are sisters. So Annabelle is sitting by the window in her typically English thatched cottage, overlooking her beautiful garden. And she's waiting for her sister Elizabeth, who already lives in London, who is an older lady. I mean, she's older than Annabelle, and she's coming to visit her sister and she's traveling by train because she's in a train. And while the train is taking her to her sister, she's making the time pass quicker by stitching. And suddenly she looks through the window and she sees, I don't know, something beautiful on the fields, and she is admiring it. Yes, nice. Really nice. Last time when I purchased this one, I don't remember if I was looking like exactly to find a design on even weave, because this one was supposed to be on even weave and on Aida. Mine was on Aida, and I replaced the Aida with a 28th count even weave, and I stitched it on the 28th count. So if it was stitched on 14th count Aida, it would have been 26 and 5 centimeters, 0.5 centimeters by 26.5 centimeters. In my case, this one is 25 centimeters, I mean the diameter, and it's very nice for me. I am super happy about this thing, and I decided that, so when I was looking for this one, because this one was being sold on 14th count Aida and on 27th even weave. You see, not 28th, 27th, because the 27th would give you this size. That's why for me, it wasn't, I wasn't aiming a kit which is on even weave. I was aiming a kit which is less expensive, because I knew that I'm going to change the fabric inside anyway. It doesn't matter if it's Aida, if it's even weave, I'm going to change it. And I purchased the kit on Aida. So you have, here is the Aida. Look at the color of the threads. Oh my God. Very nice. Very nice. I think it's going to be a very pleasant stitch. So the fabric, by the way, here is the fabric I chose. So this is the Brittany Lugana 28th count. So this is the 28th count Brittany in white. You stitched everything absolutely completely, so nothing is being seen. So you can stitch it on Aida, you can stitch it on like whatever you want, but take into account that there are like dark colors which may be seen like through the white fabric. I kind of thought that maybe it's going to be more reasonable to stitch on, for example, Jobelin. I have this color, this eggshell blue, I think it's called Jobelin. And I thought maybe it's going to be like better to stitch on it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this one, but in the end, one of those ones are going to be chosen. And yes, as I said, I'm eager to start this one and see how this one is going to turn. Okay, so that's it about the stitching. I wanted to insert a piece of a video with my flower garden. Last year I set a few like inserts with a video. I have a pot flower garden because in our backyard we have like like tiles, like cement tiles, and then we have the grass, the artificial grass. I cannot like plant the flowers in the soil, directly in the soil. So that's why I have a pot garden. I started it last year and it was nice. I liked it very much. I was waiting for the cold weather to pass so that I could see what is going to appear from last year and to decide what I should do this year. So I hope it's going to be interesting for you to see that. And for those who watched my last year videos, you probably know that I have a pot flower garden, I would say, because it's flowers which are in pots, because I don't have ground to dig them in, because I have like this kind of thing and it's artificial grass. That's why I kind of tried last spring and I liked it, and I wanted to show you because I noticed that many of you liked the parts of the video where I introduced updates of my garden. So I didn't get inside any of the plants which I had. I left them outside, and in spring I was waiting for them to see which of them are going to get out, because I had some of them were year after year plants, and I was waiting, and then the waiting was kind of annoying and I started buying. And at the moment, this is how it looks like. This is a part of it because I divided it in two parts. I'm going to show you the other part. That one is not so nice. This is the nice part. So what did I do? First of all, so this would be the I am a very big hydrangea fan. So this is the oldest hydrangea I have. It's 2 years, so this would be the third year. I bought hydrangea food this year. I already feeded them, and still they are like trying to not to bloom, to get like the leaves to get out. We have a pretty cold spring. I mean, like during the day the warmth is okay, but during the night still it's cold, and we had even like 0 or even -1 degrees. So yes, it's not the best time to, but I hope it's going to be well, because I see that so far they're okay. This one is a blue flower. My son, at this moment in his life, blue is his favorite color, and he wanted a blue color, and he was looking desperately for a blue flower when I was buying something in the garden shop. I don't remember exactly how it's called, this one, and I planted in this stone pot. I had a different one here. I didn't throw it away, but I'm not sure that one is going to get out well. That's why this one came here. Then I have here petunias, how they are called. Here it's white and yellow because I bought a basket with a lot of them. I have a lot of purple ones. I'm going to show them immediately. Here is the white and the yellow one. Here I purchased a tray with bulbs in it, 2 kinds of bulbs, and you are like you are planting it with the tray, because the tray is a compostable tray, or how it's called, weight. So I bought the tray, I like planted it, and I watered it, and I'm waiting. I hope it's going to be okay, because that one is those bulbs should be year after year. So I have 2 pots like this. I hope it's going to be a good experiment. This is ranunculus. This is how it's called. It's my first time I bought it. I like it very much how it looks. And it was a tray, a basket, which had 4 colors, I think. So it's supposed to be yellow, orange, pinkish, and I don't know. I think 4 colors they were saying that it should be. So far it's beautiful. It has a lot of, like, you see, buttons. They're going to bloom. It's nice. They are a bit wet because last evening I'm filming in the morning, and last evening I watered them. That's why the water is still here. This one is my last year's fuchsia, and it's getting out very slowly. That's why I'm waiting to see what is going to happen. In the garden shop I saw very beautiful fuchsia, but I told myself that I won't buy it, because what's the point of buying like new flowers every year, a lot of flowers new every year? I want to kind of make myself a base, you know, so that the base of flowers which would get out year after year. For example, as the hydrangea, if I'm going to take care of them, I know that year after year they are going to get out. You know, the year by year flowers, how they are called, the ones which are with bulbs. The one which have bulbs, they have the best chances to get out the next year. Okay, then this year I bought peonies. I have 2 of them from different shops. I told myself that it's a better chance of them surviving, not buying from the same shop. This one is supposed to be red. This one was purchased, the first one, and this one is supposed to be pink. I bought it the second one. I hope it's going to be okay. They are going to be okay. This is a new one from this year. The fairies are still here. This one, because some of the things I had to throw, like from this decoration of garden decorations. This is the one which is the oldest one. Here I have a clematis, a purple one, and this one started, like, as you see, getting well. And I purchased this stand for it, because last year it didn't have a stand. It was just I don't remember what. I didn't have a stand. I saw the stand and I said, okay, I'm going to buy for this one. And here are the purple petunias, they're called. What doesn't come into my mind, because it's a very famous. And here I planted also a smaller one to this one. This one was a gift. Then the second pot with as I said, the tray of bulbs. I'm very hopeful that they're going to get out nice. And this is a hydrangea which I purchased like this recently, and it stays like this, and I'm super happy, because I am a big fan of hydrangeas, honestly. That's why I'm watering it, and it's okay. This would be the second hand hydrangea's age. So that one has 2 years, which I showed you, and this one has 1 year, as I remember correctly. Such a decoration, garden decoration. Rhododendron. This is from last year, and it was like this the whole winter. It has part which kind of got dry. They had a very beautiful offers in the garden shop, but I haven't bought anything, because I want to see how this one is going to act like this year. If I'm going to like it, maybe I'm going to buy one more. I'll see. Here I have again fuchsia, and I don't know how this one is going to turn out. Here I have the lavender, which I cut like very shortly last autumn. I'm not sure if that one is going to get out. Here I have the thing which with solar battery, which lights during the night. I like very much these things, and I added like this one. So yes, this would be the, I would say, the more beautiful part of my garden, because some of the plants I moved to the other side of the yard, because it's sunnier there, and I consider that they need sun more than these ones. And on the other side there is the Christmas tree. This one is not from previous Christmas. It's from it's not from, like, it has 1 year and almost a half. Yes, we bought a little Christmas tree because we have an artificial one which is large, pretty large, And the plan initially was that every Christmas I'm going to take from the back doors, I'm going to take this one inside. But no, I thought that no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it here because we changed the pot for a larger one. It grows beautifully. And I'm decorating it with solar powered lights here in the garden. It has even a snowman there which lights during the night. And yes, we have a Christmas tree here in the backyard. This part I'm calling and they are here because they are on the sunny side, the hydrangea hospital. Yes, because this one suffered and I'm treating them. This is the sunnier side and I think that they need this more sun. The thing that the ones which look so poorly, these ones, they were, I bought them, the first ones this season, and kept them in the house, I think, for a week on the window pane. But then I thought that, okay, the weather was already warm enough outside, and I took them outside. They were in the original pot. And unfortunately, during the night, it was cold, colder than I expected, and they froze. They froze, and I was like so angry on myself that I killed the plants. And I just left them on those pots, and I said, okay, I'm going to throw them away because it's my fault. But then I saw that they started having, you know, like green. They started like renewing themselves, and I said, oh my god. And I replanted them. You see that I used first hydrangea feed, and I have like this kind of feed now. And yes, they are saved. I'm not sure if they are going to like bloom this summer, but the good thing is that they are okay. And this one was purchased like later, much later. It was purchased as a normal hydrangea, and I don't know what happened, because the leaves started dying, and I replanted it. I fed the soil, and the thing is that the leaves didn't gain life, but the bloom, you see it, because in the beginning all of them were like this, and they are blooming. I don't know, which means that the plant is not dead, even though it doesn't have like green new like things. I don't know. I like very much hydrangeas, that's the point, and probably I won't like rest until I'm going to learn how to grow these ones beautifully. That's why I'm buying them, I'm like saving them, I'm trying to observe them to see how it is going. And these ones, so these are lilies. They are like from last year. They're growing beautifully. They even had babies, so I replanted the babies in a separate pot. I'm looking what it's going to happen. And this one was a very beautiful plant which I purchased from Sainsbury, and they were saying there, so when I came home I read about the plant, and they were saying that they are not like they're not surviving winters, and I was sure that it won't like rise the next season. But yeah, because it's based on you know, the onion type root. So yes, and I'm observing this one to see what is going to happen. Yeah, something like this. So another part of my garden, and that's it so far. And that's everything I wanted to show you in today's video. I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you liked it, and see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.